Hello. Hello. Hope everybody's doing well. Wait, hang on. Might check real quick. Think that's right. I think that's right. I think it is. Sounds like it is. One sec. Let's check. Um, yeah. Hopefully that's good. Hopefully that's good. If not, I'm in trouble. But anyway, also hopefully I fixed the bloody music, so hopefully you guys can hear that. So um first off, happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, it just feels awkward on my head right now, but yeah. Hope everybody's doing well. It was a an interesting week. I hope everybody enjoyed the holiday. Hope everybody was safe. Maybe you got what you wanted. Maybe you didn't. Um, for us, because I like to look at my journey as ours, even though it's mine. Um, we did pretty good this week. We did pretty pretty good. Um, Couple things I kind of wanted to go over, and I know that there are a couple of videos that I've done over the last couple of days. Um, this position actually last night, I don't necessarily have to go over it because um, it got uploaded last night as its own video, and then I had to go back and add like three or four different pieces of music to it, but nonetheless, it kind of worked out. But basically, what we ended up um, taking was, excuse me, the um, the opening range, 6 p.m. opening range, short back. So it was quick, easy, and painless. But ultimately, what that led to was, I guess you can consider it well, a lot of people would look at it as a sell off. I look at it as the inevitable retracement of all time highs being created over the last month and a half, so to speak. So it was also in relationship to this candle range from yesterday, the 6 a.m. candle range on the 26th. We'd already had that buy side run out, which was interesting because when we came into the opening range for the evening, we were literally teetering, and I'm just trying to make sure, trying not to go back too far because I don't want to take too many of the annotations off. I have a cleaner chart for today, but yeah, my head, nothing's in the way. So literally, once I know, denoted like this was the level, um, I was probably a little bit more um, loose, shall we say, with the short, because my idea was we shouldn't get back above this because it's closing inside of 6 a.m. for a 4 hour 6 a.m. candle. We could potentially run out the low, which is why I denoted my little dollar sign down here initially. And yes, I initially thought, okay, if we're in a higher time frame, we could run the highs. So I was, but one thing that I was actually talking to someone else about, not online, not in this space, that we talk about positions and possibilities. We speculate, right? And one of the things that I said to him was the fact that Wednesday, obviously, it was Christmas, it was a holiday. Um, like basically, Globex or 6 p.m. Wednesday night when the market reopens going into Thursday. What I had initially said was we don't have a Wednesday to determine whether or not we're going to have a midweek reversal in terms of like a weekly profile or what's that going to look like. And one of the things I said was it's possible that Thursday acts as, instead of its own independent day, Thursday is going to act like Wednesday and Thursday, meaning it may give us a move long as if to, take out, make the high of the week and then retrace back inside and then, kind of Friday do somewhat what it did today. Kind of give you like a mixed week, right? And we kind of got that, and then we kind of didn't. So just kind of going back, yeah, this 6 a.m. was um, what kind of held me. Where's my stuff at? There it is. Um, that's kind of what held me and my bias on the shorts. The other aspect of that really played out with the manipulation here. And honestly, I didn't hold. It was the one position I took, which is this profit that you see up here. Um, that's from last night, basically. So fortunately, unfortunately, I had to go to the job this morning. I got back around like 10 or whatnot. So having said that, I went to bed last night. I just marked out some of these areas, and yeah, by the time I got back, um, I actually saw like what occurred. So this basically would have been Asia from last night, and then this was London, um, which kind of came back up. Wouldn't really say it took it out, but it was already below. Um, and then the pre New York AM session moved back in. I actually have this marked out on another chart, and I'll go to that here in a second. But I just wanted to show you like all of these levels down here that looked like it was just fodder. Like I just had all this extra crap on my charts. Um, Now maybe it'll make a little sense to some people. A lot of people that still won't make sense. But I like to use references and reference points. We had another 6 a.m. candle range back here from December the 23rd, was taken out today. We also took out this sell side liquidity that actually, I'm sorry, not sell side. I think I should have actually taken that off a while ago. Yeah. So these actually can come off. I can take those now. But these were ultimately levels that we had moved away from aggressively for those all time highs and the longs, and we've essentially well, didn't close back in, but we've run back up. So where does that leave us on the downsides or on the shorts? Well, as I scroll down on this chart where I've annotated quite a bit, um, we still have initial balance from 1220 sell side sitting here. This was the 830 sell side I was talking about. We also have 1220 pre 830 sell side liquidity, and we also have 1220. Ha, wouldn't you know? We also have the 4 hour candle range for that. So obviously, we already know what the context is. Super quick with that. Once we get a closure inside the range, we could potentially see the short. Kind of the same thing that occurred up here, right? Closure back inside a candle range, and no guarantee, not 100%. Context has to be there. Price action, order flow, everything has to align. Um, and just being mindful of what the liquidity is, where you can get in and get out, maybe to get a smaller position, and maybe not be able to take advantage of the full run back, but just kind of being mindful of what is the order flow that's being put in based upon the inefficiencies and the rebalancing that's going on. Like where are you aiming towards? So at this point, if you ask me, what are we aiming for? Let me get out of this chart, and then I'll go to this one. And this is a 1 minute. I actually broke down. I was testing a couple things out and looking at some other things. So what will we be aiming for? I'm glad you asked. So this is a little bit of a modified from the previous with all of the annotations. You'll see that this one lot cleaner, lot cleaner. So I just kind of brought everything fast forwarded up to just to today, and a little bit of a reference from last night. So this was basically Asia from last night. This is London. This is just buy side liquidity that's sitting up here and resting. Um, we ran out the sell side from this would have been actually from like your pre 830 buy sell side liquidity. So that's essentially what this is. I actually went all the way back here, and it's a little iffy, but I'm looking at this whole cluster as relative equal high in relationship to this. So that's why I just kind of said this is just going to be my buy side liquidity, because if you're coming all the way up here, there's a good likelihood you're going to run that, which might ultimately run into this. So that's the logic behind that. So what's the logic behind what I think for the short week coming up? Um, well, couple of things that I'm trying to align and just stay on the right side of order flow. So this buy side actually also lines up with the 6 a.m. 4 hour candle range for today. Um, that is in confluence or also in line with the initial balance from today. Um, so this was the initial balance high. The initial balance low was souped out, and that's ultimately since I got back. I got back to the house maybe 10:30, probably more towards 11 o'clock, 11:15, something like that. And I just wanted to kind of see. And once I took a look and I was like, huh, looks really interesting. In terms of the retracement and the levels. So I actually thought that we probably were gonna see a deeper retracement than ultimately what we've gotten so far. Um, but I think based upon another semi-short week coming up with New Year's this week, also with the thing that's going to take place in DC next month, and whatever the time period is, the 2 or 3 weeks immediately thereafter, I think is going to play a part in some of what happens in the markets overall. And I don't think that's any surprise. I don't think I'm saying anything that people that are paying attention um, would not think or at least suggest. Like there's going to be some volatility, and then there are also going to be times, not financial advice, just this is entertainment purposes only. But I would be remiss if I didn't say that I personally feel like there are going to be opportunities where the market is going to be very volatile to be able to capitalize. But even saying that, I also believe that we're going to be in whatever period of time is. And like I said, I can't point to any one thing, but just based upon heightened responses about various things, which lead to a lot of sentiment, I do believe that we're going to find ourselves in market volatility that we literally should just leave alone. Like, just don't do anything, right? Um, some people like a CPI event and the PPI and PMI and NFP, like those types of events, like some people, such as myself, will sit out of, right? I'm not even talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about sentiment driving things that force the manual intervention beyond what we've probably seen in recent time. So again, you could say, do I have anything to back that up on? Go watch Bloomberg or CNBC, um, Squawk, or whatever other financial news networks, or read on it, read up on it. So that being said, so for today and then going into next week, what would I be looking for? Honestly, I would be looking for a price to, at least at a very minimum, get back up to this buy side liquidity, which is actually clearing out this 6 a.m. 4 hour candle range. Why? Well, two reasons. Obviously, the first being we cleared out and we took liquidity, right? This wasn't a soup, but we've actually cleared liquidity into the initial balance sell side liquidity. We've also souped the initial balance, and we've closed back inside the initial balance range. So, at a very minimum, next week, I would be anticipating that we would clear out the initial balance buy side liquidity, which also happens to be inside of that 6 a.m. 4 hour candle. We've also closed back inside of that. So, the only thing that I did today, testing out a couple things, these were very specific levels. that I was looking to gauge and see what kind of reactions we were going to get. Um, I'm not going to be uh, Nostradamus or anything, but what I am going to say is, um, I personally think Sunday Open, the likelihood is we may very well see. Uh, we're likely to see some shorts. I would want to see the reaction from this area of fair value on Sunday. If there's a gap up into this area, I would look for maybe a sell or a short to inverse this fair value, um, and this level to be taken before a resumption long. So, somewhat of a mix. So, kind of like this week, the same thing that happened this week when I was saying, hey, if you're going to take something, take it on Monday, take it, at the open on Sunday into Monday, but after Monday, stop, right? Which was the same, but some people, and kudos to them. Um, I saw a couple of people online that traded Tuesday, like traded Christmas Eve, um, the AM sessions and killed it. So congrats to those brave souls for doing that. That's not something that I would have been doing. I was leaning, and obviously I'm in a practice account as well. So, um, all things being equal, um, yeah, there's just certain things and certain times where you just kind of say, look, I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. But so yeah, so next week bias very limited and short, just based on this abbreviated range, this elongated abbreviated range. Um, I'm looking basically for that 6 a.m. 4 hour candle range high to be taken, as I said. And then my initial threshold would be the initial balance buy side liquidity inside this range. But due to the specificity of this smaller range inside, which is why I did this basically. I just tape read it and then I just marked this out. So anybody that believes that this has been put up here, predetermined and it's random, and I looked to see where it was running, yeah, okay. Whatever you think, great. You can run with that. I got better shit to do with my time than to try to convince anybody of anything. But um, just based on these levels, again, I would look for maybe a gap up, a closure back, maybe a wick through this level back. Let me use my path tool because I'm talking. You're like, what anything? So maybe it gaps up. We see a move back inside, maybe a wick through this level, and then a resumption long. Take out the buy side, and it may do whatever it does in here, and then eventually take this out. That's what I was saying. That just wasn't the words wasn't coming out of my mouth. They weren't coming out of my mouth properly. So yeah, that's what I see. So let's jump up to a daily real quick, so you can see what this looks like on a daily time frame. Oh man, did I? Whew. Oh, I got nervous because I hit that and I'm like, no, no. Sound like Darth Vader for real. All right. So this week into next week. So daily candle range as well. The 20th. So this is Monday. This candle is last Monday. And we've technically closed inside. So I'm not trying to convince anybody. We're doing no convincing. I'm just gonna annotate this in blue out here, and we'll make it a 3. Actually, let's not make it blue. Let's make it red so it'll stand out. All I'm doing is I'm just pointing your eyes to it. That's all. That's all. I'm not making a recommendation. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm just simply saying I'm just saying it closed inside. We ran okay, we ran buy side liquidity. We did that into fair value. So for people that need a visual reference, that's your visual reference. I'll leave that there for a second and then we'll get rid of it. That's your fair value on the daily. So we ran it into fair value. We are moving away, right? And we've closed where? We've closed below and back inside this range. You could say that this is a previous low that was taken inside fair value, right? Closed through. So, not financial advice. I'm just saying, what could you anticipate? You can anticipate, a little, as I like to say, a little piddling around in here, and then maybe a closure back to Monday the 20th candle range low. That's like I said, that's a Monday. That's a Monday candle. So, like I said, just an idea. And with that idea, that's gonna do it for me today. Hope everybody got some enjoyment out of this. For the people that have been before I go, um, I've been very appreciative of the comments that I've been getting, and I have to blame myself because I've been doing like the Saturday. I did a couple of Saturday streams with I believe it was Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I've had a couple of people ask me in the comments about transferring to Binance. I am not a a crypto. I'm a crypto guy only as it pertains to um, the technicals in the asset on a chart. Like when you're talking about converting from one asset to the next or moving from one wallet, and I cannot remember exactly what the wallet was, but I had to tell one of uh, one of the individuals that commented today, like they asked me, "Hey, how do you transfer from this type of wallet to Binance?" And I'd never heard of the wallet before, and I mean I cannot remember. Like I said, I can't remember what the person's ID was or what their handle was. But the long and the short is, I will just say it in this video. If you are one of the individuals that watches the videos that's asked that question, I'm not in a I'm not even close to being an authority. Yes, I have a Coinbase account, but whenever and that's what I've been suggesting. So like whenever I've either looked to transfer out into USD, I would have to technically transfer from whatever that that asset was. So thankfully for me, it's always either been Bitcoin or Ethereum. So usually I'd have to go say from Ethereum, Bitcoin to Ethereum based on the wallet now as well. I've had to go from Bitcoin in cases to Ethereum, Ethereum to USDT, and then usually like the USDT. I can't remember what that other account was. I was able to transfer out to the wallet and then convert it from my wallet from USDT to USD. A couple that I use now, all I have to do is just put it in Ethereum, and there's already a currency exchange for USD as it is for Bitcoin. So I say all of that to say, yeah, I'm not an authority on it, but a lot of times, and as I said, if you're one of my subscribers, I appreciate the questions, and I will always. It doesn't matter what you ask. I'm always going to try to answer it. And if I don't know the answer, I'll just flat out tell you I don't know, and I'll try to find it, and I'll tell you, hey, look, I didn't know the answer to your question, but I went and researched it. This is what I came up with. Let me know if that helps, right? I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna bullshit you because we can all kind of go look for information. Um, but yeah, having said that, I would just say to those individuals, maybe you can check with the platform, or a lot of times if you're looking to convert or move, money or crypto from one wallet to the next wallet. um, I almost want to say it seems like there's a general, pretty much a general practice of once you get your wallet address down, if you can convert anything into Bitcoin or Ethereum, typically those two will transfer into any other wallet. So that would be my suggestion, kind of going forward with that. All right. So that said, yeah, I hope everybody enjoys the weekend. Be safe. Take care. You'll probably see me again before the new year. So this isn't the end for the new year. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping in, and yeah, I don't know when we'll do the next live stream. Maybe if I escape the hot dog stand early tomorrow, maybe we do another crypto stream. I don't know. It's an idea. Idea. All right. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care.